Hello here, Travis again. Welcome back to Factorio Space Age. In the last episode, we kind of took a bit of a break from major factory building to have some fun and play around with the tank. One of the best military technologies you can grab. Now, at the very end, it kind of showcases off in kind of a silly way, but you can drive the tank remotely. I'm over here, by the way. And yes, you can fire it remotely and drive it remotely. This is a pretty useful feature because when I'm not on the planet, the base will be if there's any biter incursion, I don't have to hop in my rocket ship and fly all the way back to Novice. I can just get in my trusty tank that I've driven off of radar. I'll deal with that later. And then defend the biters themselves. And I do want to make a bit of a clarification. I've said this in the description of the last episode, but I made a confusion. I confused the logistic requests, which is what this window is for, with the equipment grid on the tank. The equipment grid is available for you to utilize from the start of building the tank. You only get the logistics requests to the tank, like shells and ammo and whatnot, through um this upgrade here, which will still be prioritizing. With that being said, time to turn back your focus, because you might have noticed at times blue science is a bit lacking, and it's because some of my recipes are dependent on assembler freeze, which as you hear require purple science. Now, how do we make purple science? Purple science is made and set to free and requires 30 rails, one electric furnace, and one productivity module. Admittedly, this isn't super difficult. Sorry if I tabbed out of the game real quick. Purple section, aka production science, is a kind of in a way, in vanilla, you get purple and yellow about the same time. They both require red, green, and blue science to research, but realistically, production science is going to be always going to be like the next science you make after blue science. If you're in the case of a Factorio run, simply because yellow science requires blue chips, flying robot frames, and low density structure, which I haven't talked much about anything but the flying robot frames, but blue chips are a bit of a not to say a hassle, but they're gonna eat a bit into our chip production. And low density structure, as you can see, is the reason why we need almost 65 copper plates per craft from raw. Yeah. Purple and yellow is the did you make sure to make enough copper skill check. With that being said, I cleared out a area in the over here because unfortunately there is a cliff in the way. And we don't have the cliff explosives or the nukes to take care of it. So I've also talked about purple science being the last thing that I'm going to make before I rocket, because technically I can go to space with the research I've unlocked. Do I recommend it? Not exactly. Purple science gives us a whole bunch of useful stuff. It gives us beacons, which basically allows us to effectively add a module slot to a bunch of machines. 2 module slots, actually. And it's basically a way to get extra efficiency out of machines. The beacons are the min-maxer king. Elevated rails. I've talked about this before. Very cool stuff, admittedly, and in some cases, is absolutely necessary. You cannot be. Some planets will completely soft lock you if you do not have elevated rails. Express belts or blue belts. To be honest, I haven't used blue belts before. In the sense of a vanilla run, but I will likely be making the most of blue belts in this run. And we got some helpful things like mining productivity and steel productivity. This will be quite nice, but not exactly affordable. I could make a case for making yellow science right now, but I'm probably not going to. Why not, might you ask? Well, for starters, to launch a rocket, you need 3 things: rocket fuel, processing units or blue chips, and low density structure. Yellow science has 2 of the 3 things. And so in the attempt to kind of save for future, I'm probably going to be redirecting what I would be building for utility science into the rocket silo. And I might not even. I know I talked about making the blue chips and the flying robot frames for yellow science, but I might tone down the flying robot frames and just like use the excess materials into the bot mall. Because robots for us is useful to run robot frames just sitting around doing nothing. In addition, there's not a whole lot that we can. I mean, yeah, there's the portable fission reactor, which is quite nice, and I might off-camera handcraft science to get this because the portable fission reactor is much better than the portable solar panels if you have the equipment grid big enough to handle it. What else is there? And bit of a laser damage upgrade, but not a big deal. Military 4 gives us cluster grenades, which are just a slightly better grenade, and shotgun, basically red shotgun ammo. But at this point in the game, a shotgun is kind of a bit of an obsolete weapon. I also can get Mark II power armor, and once we get space science, we can craft the nuke. But in all honesty, being and yeah, all uranium ammo is also a thing. And it's tempting for me because uranium ammo is kind of my way to make sure that I'm not overflowing with a bunch of like uranium products. But I can wait until probably Vulcanus, and I might even just make a yellow science at Vulcanus, and I'll kind of explain the reasoning for that. But enough of me yapping about why I'm doing purple science and why not yellow right now. Let's actually build some science. So the first thing we want to do is the rails. Rails, as you may know, take stone. So purple science is did you remember to put stone on the bus? Check. Steel and iron sticks, which are easy to make. Oh, in case you didn't know, I put some my quality Logibots in the system, and the reason why they're kind of thing is that these trash slots basically if you don't use logistic, this is kind of a extra inventory space. But if you do have logistic bots, uh, basically they'll fly over and take stuff out of my inventory and put into storage chests. Cool stuff. I don't know what was supposed to be here, but doesn't really matter now. We will need stone bricks for the electric furnaces, so I'm just gonna split off the belt right there. We're gonna need now we have all of our feet. Fortunately, I do use several assembler freeze in my crafting ratio, so this won't be super efficient. But we're going to put oh, I did have some speed modules on me. How convenient. going to we're going to replace the 6 because that's the last we need of iron on the bus. We need how many speed modules did I need in? 3, so we're just gonna have to stuff and since we don't need iron sticks after this, we're going to filter them off. Alright, that is rails. Now onto electric furnaces. Electric furnaces we're going to want to be crafting regardless because simply put, they're just better furnaces. Anything that doesn't require coal as a prerequisite is wholeheartedly welcome in this playthrough. Oh. We're going to take we're actually going to awesome. We're going to need 2 assemblers of electric furnaces. And we're gonna need again the reason why we need to make put green chips on things is to make productivity modules, which are the final ingredient in purple science. Alright. We're gonna go ahead. Alright, how can I, There we go. And that's, electric furnaces. I'll worry about, routing. Last but not least, productivity modules. This is kind of going to be the rate limiting factor for. Wow, I made exactly the amount of that should be everything for the amount of everything. Of course, I will be upgrading a lot of these machines to he'll accept the productivity module. But for the time being, I will be using assembler 2s. If you're noticing that my base is looking parts, is because my starter copper is about to not run out, but my initial setup of and in all honesty, it's more worth it to kind of just plug along and not me. Get more quality bots. Of course, when they start electric, I'll be jumping a lot more in my Logi bots, and I only really want to use the quality ones for now, just so I don't have like a million bots sitting around doing nothing. Alright, where did I put them? Aha. I probably should grab inserters, so I don't run all the way back and forth and drag out the. What you doing? You're good on time. Another thing about the logistics bots is that, as you can see, there's adding items to this section over here will allow me to request items too. So they can't take out of my item, just take. They can put into my inventory as well. Alright. Another desktop cameo for you. We're going to need 14 machines to make up. That's going to be how I'm going to be delivering all my components. And I just realized I forgot. If everything comes out as I have foreseen, once construction bots do their work, there should be production science. Now I have modules on the Alright, now let's, now that we have our purple science, let's, wire it in. This will be a bit tricky since, what I'm going to do. Just put I'm just gonna handcraft some electric power poles because I'm out of the logic just to connect work. And there we go. We have purple science. Hopefully this will go pretty fast. Meantime, I'll see if I have some better productivity modules to shove into my labs. So, oh, there's my tank. Oh. Yeah, the tank is, that's what I mean about the tank being a bit of difficult at times. There is mods that allow you to like have you ever heard of like the disco lab mod? Know that this is not the only way we can make the labs the kind of have rainbow lab yeah, and that's I think that's gonna be it for this episode. So we finally got one of my last sciences going, and of course my the reason why not all these machines are running at the moment is because I'm not making enough I'm not making enough electric furnaces and rails, but we're doing pretty alright on the rail front. So yeah, if you like the content, leave a like down below. Have any questions or concerns, leave a comment. And if you want to see more Factorio Space Age, hit the subscribe button and follow the playlist for more. And I will see you next time.